Coming up on Harbor Highlights, we have a packed show, including a scary folktale and an interview to tell you about Mix It Up Day for 6th graders.
This and more, so stay tuned. Good morning, Harbor Lights. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Zach.
To start off our show, please join us in the pledge. Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We completed our tardy competition for October. Congratulations to the winners. The next competition starts next week, and you will be competing with your third hour classes.
Make sure you are encouraging your classmates to get to class on time.
Student Council has a very special service project going on called Project Scarecrow. The competition is to see what grades can complete the Scarecrow first.
We would like students to bring in new or like new clothing. Everything from jeans, sweatshirts, shoes, winter coats, gloves, and hats to make up a scarecrow.
The competition is now until November 7. Bring your items to your homeroom first hour.
For every 10 items brought in, you will get a piece of a scarecrow. There's a bulletin board by the library to check what grade level is ahead.
All the items will be donated to clothes for a cause to help keep our West Ottawa community warm.
We will have an interview with some of our student council representatives to tell you more on a future show about these service projects.
Thanks to the leaders of the 21st century and Ms. Harris for organizing Unity Day and for the students who participated.
This is all part of a month-long effort against bullying and about learning to help students feel accepted and connected.
One of the ways we do this is by meeting new people, so 6th graders will be participating in Mix It Up Day this week, and here are some students from Calling All Colors to tell you more.
For over 6 years, Mix It Up Day has been pushing kids out of their comfort zone. What is Mix It Up Day and when?
October 28th, Wednesday at 6th grade lunch.
Why do we have Mix It Up Day?
For people can meet new people and like try something new.
Okay. Mix It Up Day is when you can just like have a day where you're not different from everybody else. Like it doesn't matter your age or it doesn't matter like your race. It's just a day you get to know people better and you can just understand what they go through, or you just have like fun.
Mix It Up and Lunch Day is just a day for like the 6th graders just to like break down barriers and embrace their differences, and you get to sit with new people and just talk to each other and figure out like things they have in common and think about the similarities than the differences.
What activities will kids do at Mix It Up Day?
We're gonna plan fun games so kids could try to meet new people and play games together.
How should people prepare for this event?
You should prepare because people are going to step out of their comfort zone and be at their own risk to make new friends and have other ones.
What are some helpful hints to introducing yourself?
Basically, saying hi and what you would normally do when you talk to your friends, like if it's the first time you're meeting them.
What are basic skills when you meet people?
Look them in the eye, say stuff to them like hi, try and be nice when you just meet them, so like they don't have a bad influence on you.
Thank you so much for your time, 6th graders. Have fun at Mix It Up Day.
This is a positive experience in 8th graders. Did you see all the videos of yourselves as 6th graders? It is amazing how much you have grown and matured during your time at Harbor Lights.
Now over to this week's general announcements.
This week's lunch specials are Monday, sweet and sour chicken with brown rice and steamed sugar snap peas. Tuesday, cheese stuffed ravioli with garlic toast and broccoli.
Wednesday, scrambled eggs and French toast sticks with golden hash browns. Thursday, beef and cheese nachos and Spanish rice. Friday, Italian Italian beef and pepperoni calzone with steamed cauliflower.
Ski and Snowboard Club will be hosting information meetings and sign-ups on the evenings of November 5th at Harbor Lights Cafeteria and November 6th at the North High School Cafeteria.
Interested students and parents should attend either one of these meetings. Our first trip will be on December 19, and we will go every Friday after winter break. Members may attend as many or few trips as they would like.
The next meeting for Student Council is November 3rd after school.
Calling All Colors meets today after school.
Tickets are now on sale for the high school's fall production of Barnum, the greatest show on earth. Performances are on November 7th, 8th, 9th, 14th, and 15th. Next week, we have an interview with Mr. Huber to find out more about the show.
Don't forget to design those yearbooks covers and turn them into the student center.
Now, over to sports.
Hi, I am Jonathan.
And I'm Gustavo. This week there was only one competition. Girls swimming will challenge Zealand at home for the first meet.
Basketball games start next week. Now back to the anchors.
We know that you all probably are looking forward to Halloween and how cool it is that it's on a Friday.
In video productions, we like to act out a scary folktale to get you in the Halloween spirit.
A folktale is a particular genre that usually emerges from a particular culture and is based on by word of mouth. Many times, the characters in the story learn a lesson.
In different cultures, folktales were ways to teach children about right and wrong.
Our folktale today emerges from a culture of video games, crazed kids who learn a lesson about the dangers of these games. May a story be told, may a story be heard, and may a story be told again.
Creatures of the Dead.
Noah and Jasmine, with their mother, lived alone in a quaint house in the country. The houses were quite far apart, and they hadn't met their neighbors but once or twice. When school started, Noah and Jasmine had to walk down the long lane to the bus stop. Every day they would pass by the large farmhouse of their closest neighbor.
Can you imagine living in that house?
It looks haunted, like one of those houses in scary movies.
I know, and it's weird that the kids never come out of the house. I mean, do they think we don't see them looking at us through the window when we walk by?
I wonder how old they are, and why don't they go to school?
I'd rather go to school than stay in that creepy house all day.
Creepy. We don't want to miss the bus.
On the way home that afternoon, as Noah and Jasmine were walking by, the owner of the large house came outside. They had met her once before, and there was something about her that made their hair on their arms stand up with goosebumps.
Hello, children. I was just wondering, you don't usually go out to town much, but I was just wondering if you could come and watch my children tonight while I go out.
Noah turned to Jasmine with a look of horror. They both started to come up with an excuse.
Sorry, we'd love to, but we have chores to do right after school.
We have a lot of homework to do, and we've never babysat before, so I don't think it's a good idea.
They turned to walk away, thinking they did a nice job politely refusing the neighbor's request, as the woman called out to them again.
Wait. I know kids these days love video games. Have you heard of the new one called Creatures of the Dead? I got a demo copy, and I work for the video game company, so they gave it to me. I don't know, though. It might be a little bit too scary for you. But you guys could be a big help if you guys played the game and gave me some advice.
Noah and Jasmine loved playing action games and loved those scary movies, but her house was just a little too real. But the thought of trying a game before any of their friends had even a chance was a cool thought. The woman seemed alright. Maybe all this had been in their head. Noah looked at Jasmine, and Jasmine looked back to Noah, shrugging her shoulders, making a face that said, "How bad could a couple hours of babysitting be?"
I guess we could ask our mom if it's not for too long.
That would be great. My kids are napping anyway. It'll only be 2 hours at the most.
Napping? How old are they?
I have 2 boys young enough that if they do not get a nap, they'll turn into little monsters. Now go on and go ask your mother.
Jasmine and Noah ran back to their house to ask their mother.
Hey, Mom, the next door neighbor asked if we could babysit her 2 young boys. Is that okay?
Isn't that the house you guys say is haunted? It's okay, Mom. You know how us kids are. We have creative imaginations. She said she'd be back in less than 2 hours, and we're right down the road anyway.
So that's okay. I'll see you guys for dinner.
Noah and Jasmine headed out the door to the neighbors. The woman was waiting by her car as the kids walked up.
Thank you for coming back so fast. There's a note on the counter on how to play the game. Don't wake up the boys. Keep the volume down, and they'll probably be up in an hour and a half by themselves. All right? Bye. Have a nice day.
She got in the car and left. Opening the door, Jasmine and Noah saw a note on the counter.
Look at the game. It's so cool. It says you become part of the game, and they morph you into it. That's so awesome.
The kids at school are going to be so jealous that we got to play a game that hasn't even come out yet.
Noah put the game in and they both stood for their pictures. The game started by showing the map of the gaming area and warned them of the bad creatures.
Whoa, look at this. This is so cool.
Look, there's a creature over there. We need to get down and hide.
Don't you think the game's getting a little too loud? We don't want to wake up the boys.
Noah tried to turn the game volume down, but it wasn't getting any quieter. In fact, it kept getting louder and louder.
Noah, what's going on? We're going to wake up the boys.
From the back bedroom, Jasmine and Noah started to hear noises. A groaning noise was getting louder and louder.
They're awake. We're going to be in so much trouble. We need to get this thing turned off.
Just turn off the power, unplug it.
I unplugged it, but it's still on. Does it say anything on the note?
Jasmine ran back into the kitchen to grab the note. As she picked it up with her hand, she noticed that her hand looked almost transparent, like it wasn't really there.
Noah, the game, it's taking our bodies.
Jasmine and Noah's mother had decided to come over to check up on the kids, since it was their first time babysitting. She was hearing a bunch of commotion inside, so she walked in the house.
Jasmine! Noah!
The room was empty, TV on, and she heard groaning from the back room.
Jasmine! Noah!
She opened the door and walked into the back room, yelling out for Noah and Jasmine one last time. A few days later, the school had reported Noah and Jasmine missing, and there was no answer at home. Police went to the house to investigate. They knocked and knocked, but there was no answer. They decided to ask around to some of the neighbors, so they walked up to the door of the woman who lived nearby. As they knocked on the door, it creaked open. They called out,
"Police, we are here to ask some questions."
As they walked in the house, there was nothing but a few empty boxes, but the TV was on. There had been a game on. It was flashing "Game Over." On the counter, there was an empty game case with the title "Creatures of the Dead." The police officer picked it up and shook his head.
I don't get it. When will these kids understand that hours and hours of video games will actually consume them
and rot their brains?
Hopefully you will learn your lesson that video games may indeed be holding you back from being awesome.
If you're spending more time playing games than you do homework or read, that is a problem.
Video games may be fun, but for many, they are a distraction that is keeping you from reaching your success.
Thanks for watching our announcements. Have a great week. Bye. Bye.
Working in the lab late one night, when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from the slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.